working in the spirit of the Golden Empire. This is 17 News at 6.
Bakersfield Congressman Kevin McCarthy wants to hold China accountable for the coronavirus, outlining his proposal for a new program.
Plus, the Kern County Fire Department cracking down on illegal fireworks following the holiday. The latest number of citations issued for setting off illegal fireworks coming up. And good evening to you. Thanks for joining us for 17 News at 6 tonight. I'm Jim Scott.
And I'm Tammy Melchak. Those stories and more coming up. But we begin with our top story this hour. Elections officials across the state gearing up for Governor Newsom's upcoming recall election in September. 17's Ashley Zavala is in our Capitol Bureau tonight with more on the preparations underway and how soon you'll see your ballot in the mail.
California elections officials usually have 190 days to prepare for an election, but in this case for the recall, they're working with 75. Regardless of the shortened timeline, elections officials promise they will get this done.
We are, as all of us are, scrambling.
County elections officials across the state are working double time to prepare for Governor Gavin Newsom's recall election set for September 14th.
It's a little earlier than we had hoped for.
Donna Johnston is the president of the California Association of Clerks and Elections Officials. Before the date was set, the group told state leaders September 14th would be the earliest possible date they could logistically hold the election. Now the clock is ticking.
We are all working very diligently to secure our locations. Now that we have a date, secure our locations, to secure our poll workers, to work with our printers to make sure that our materials are printed on time and that ballots are delivered to voters in time.
Candidates hoping to replace Newsom have less than 10 days to file formal paperwork to run before the printing process can begin. Johnston says since the recall requires one ballot type, it will help speed up the printing process. Every California voter will receive a ballot in the mail. Johnston says counties will start sending them out August 16th.
It's going to be sort of like climbing a really tall mountain, but once we get that election done, successfully completed, the view from the top is going to be really nice.
One loose end in all of this is what, if any, COVID-19 protocols will be in place, if personal protective equipment will be required at the polls. Johnston says the Secretary of State is working on this and is set to release guidelines soon. At the state capitol, Ashley Zavala, 17 News.
17 News is your local election headquarters, and for voters in Taft, the recall of Governor Newsom could be just one of two items on the ballot this September. That's because the Taft City Council is considering putting something else on the ballot. 17's Eitan Wallace in studio now with what that is. Eitan?
And Jim, as we speak, the Taft City Council is voting on whether to place a sales tax increase on the ballot this September 14th. During the same election, voters will determine whether to recall Governor Gavin Newsom. Here is the proposal. This would be a 1-cent sales tax increase expected to generate about $1.6 million annually for the city. According to Taft City staff, the proposed sales tax will help the city deal with a fiscal crisis. Specifically, the city has lost $3 million over the last few years in the wake of two Taft area prisons closing and due to challenges in the oil industry. Now, Kern County Taxpayer Association Executive Director Michael Turnipseed points out that the Taft City Council leans conservative, which is why he says the city would implement such a tax only in the most dire of financial circumstances.
For the Taft City Council to consider a sales tax, it has to be a pretty serious situation, and they are very anti-tax. One thing I'm confident about, that council is not going to squander any money. They're going to spend it on the needs of the city, and they're going to make sure that it's put in the right place.
Taft City staff also says a sales tax will help the city as its contract with Kern County Fire Department will double in the next 5 years. Now, city staff promises all money will stay local, and they assure the public that there will be public disclosure about how all the funds are spent. Reporting in studio, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.
All right, thanks, Eitan.